everybody. Welcome back to the Algebra 1 EOC review. This is day 8. We're picking back up from where we left off before we went over the mock interim most missed questions. One thing I do want to tell you about the mock interim that we just recently learned was that those questions are very similar to actual EOC questions. So that was one of the things that I really wanted to spend some time with you on was kind of getting used to that wording. What are they looking for? That kind of thing. So I know that some of you did not value looking at those questions again. However, I do believe since the people that wrote the mock interim are the same people that are writing the EOC, I think that there was a lot of value in that. So I'm sorry if you disagree with me, but I think that looking over those things was very important. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at 5 more problems from our practice EOC, and I have a PDF of them available for you above the link for this so that you can get a better kind of viewpoint of these problems, a little bit closer view. And one thing I realized that I didn't know before was that it looks like Edpuzzle rearranges all the answers. I was not aware of that. So sorry. And there is no thing in the settings to change that. So I definitely am putting them in the order A, B, C, D that the original problem is written in, but I think that Edpuzzle software is mixing them up. So just try to go based off the letters I've got there. All right, so here is problem number 22. So given the graph of a line represented by the equation f of x equals negative 2x plus b, if b is increased by 4 units, the graph of the new line would be shifted which direction 4 units? And the answer is up. It would be shifted up 4 units. The reason you can't choose left is because our slope of the line is not 1. So because the slope is negative 2, the best choice for this is up 4. Now, what could you do if you weren't 100% sure? Graphing calculator time, guys. You get to pick a value for b. I would pick something between negative 10 and positive 10. So I'm going to go to y equals. I'm going to type in negative 2x, and then I'm going to do minus 5. And then, so that'll be graphed in blue for me. All right, and I'm going to type in negative 2x minus 5 plus 4. And what that's going to do is it's going to show us that transformation. Now, you have to choose b. You can't put in another variable. You have to choose a number. But we chose any number. We chose negative 5. I did. All right, so there we go. So this was my original, and then if you notice, the red has been shifted up 4 units. So anytime they talk about transformations and they include an extra variable, what you can do is you can pick a number for that, and then just based off of that number that you chose, what is going to happen with the graph. All right, here is problem number 23. During the first week that a movie was in theaters, 1 million people saw the movie. Each week going forward, half the number of people saw the movie as did the previous week. How many people saw the movie in the 5th week? This is an exponential function. So what we have is we have half, and so that is going to indicate that we need to use y equals a times b to the x, where b is going to be 1/2. A is going to be our 1 million people. And that's going to be our equation that represents this. And what we need is we need the 5th week. So we're going to plug right there, and for x, we're going to plug in a 5. So we want 1 million times 1/2 to the 5th power. So we're going to break out our graphing calculator again. We're going to type in 1 million times 0.5, or 1/2, to the 5th power. We have 31,250 people seeing it in the 5th week, so we are going to choose S. S is going to be our choice answer for how many people saw it in the 5th week. So writing the exponential function is helpful. Also knowing that half is going to indicate an exponential function. This is not a linear function. Problem number 24. Hannah bought 4 hamburgers and 2 orders of french fries at a local restaurant for $16.50. Philip bought 5 hamburgers and 3 orders of french fries for $21.25 at the same restaurant. What is the price in dollars of 1 order of french fries? Now, some of you can play around with the amount, but it's definitely going to be dollars and change. I can tell that just from looking at my totals. So you might be able to play around with numbers. If you want to get at it faster, a system of equations is the way to go. So I'm going to let H equal hamburger price and F be french fry price. So I'm going to have 4H plus 2F equals $16.50. And then I'm going to have for Phillips 5H plus 3F equals $21.25. Now I want to figure out french fries, so that means that I definitely want to get hamburgers to cancel. So I'm going to focus on that. I'm going to multiply the top. I'm going to use elimination. I'm going to multiply the top by 5 and the bottom by 4. Make sure you're multiplying all the way through. So for my first line, I'm going to have 20H plus 10F equals $82.50. And then I'm going to multiply my second row by 4. So I'm going to have 20H plus 12F equals 85. And then I'm going to subtract the 2. I'm going to get a negative 2F equals negative $2.50. So dividing by negative 2, F would equal $1.25. And so that's what I'm going to put up here, $1.25. That is the price of 1 order of french fries. All right, here's problem number 25. So this is a conversion problem where it's already set up for you. And what we want to do is we want to find the one that allows us to change miles per hour into feet per second. So we want to look and see what would cancel. So for A, miles and hours would cancel. Let's double check. Is there 5,280 feet in a mile? Yes. Is there 60 seconds in an hour? There's going to be a problem right there. There are more than 60 seconds in an hour, not A. All right, miles would cancel with, miles is on top. That one's not going to work. Miles, look here, miles and miles are both on top. That's not going to work. So we got miles canceling with miles, and hours canceling with hours, and minutes canceling with minutes. And let's double check all of these. Is there 5,280 feet in 1 mile? Yes. Is there 60 minutes in an hour? Yes. Is there 60 seconds in a minute? Yes. We're going to choose D as our correct answer. Here's problem number 26. A model rocket is launched at time t equals 0 from the top of the hill with a height of 60 feet. The formula h of t equals negative 3t squared plus 12t plus 60 gives the rocket's height after t seconds. Write an equivalent form of the equation to reveal the maximum height of the rocket. So maximum height, I have taught you, means that this needs to be in vertex form. And if you don't already know vertex form, that might be something that you want to write down a whole bunch of times, maybe make a flashcard and go over it before the EOC, because it is not something that is on your formula sheet. So the vertex form of a quadratic is y equals a, parentheses, x minus h, squared plus k. H and k are your vertex. Remember, a is something that we're going to steal from the original equation. So how do we find the vertex of a quadratic? Well, we start with negative b over 2a. So our b value is 12, so this is going to be negative 12 over 2 times my a value is negative 3. That ends up being negative 12 over negative 6, which is 2. So the x part of my vertex is 2. How do I find the y part of my vertex? I plug it back in to the original formula and solve for y. So I've got negative 3 parentheses 2 squared plus 12, parentheses 2, plus 60, and I get 72. So this is going to go in for H, this is going to go in for K, and what's going to go in for A? Well, my A value is -3. So I've got everything that I need to plug in. So here we go. Y equals A is -3, parentheses X minus 2, close your parentheses, squared, plus 72. Now, how can I make sure that I'm right, especially if I don't have a whole lot to go, bounce off of? Well, remember your graphing calculator? So we can use a graphing calculator to check. So I'm going to go to Y equals. I'm going to clear out everything that I have there. And I'm going to type in -3. Now, I can't use t, but I'll use x squared. Ooh, and I probably should have put t and h of t in there. I might want to make that change. Plus 12 x plus 60. And then I'm going to type in -3. And then we're going to graph it. And if both of them line up, we know we did well. There's the blue one, there's the red one. We did well. So I'm going to go back and fix this because we did originally have h of t's and t's. So I'm just going to go back and make a little bit of a change. But you do, and I forgot, but we usually want to use the variable that is given to us. And that's not even an f. So I've got t's and h of t's. Okay, so that is something that is important, and I briefly forgot, but we need to make sure we are using the same variables as what was originally given to us. All right, that's it for these review problems. I hope you're doing well and that you had a wonderful Thanksgiving break. I'll see you guys later. Bye!